I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We welcome Saelia. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello. My name is Saelia or Saelia. I am a VTuber slash Utate. I do a lot of covers, and I am also a mixer inside the Utate community. It's so nice to be here. Thank you
Well,
so much for having me.
I appreciate you coming on, and I always appreciate the folks who know how to make other people sound better.
Thank you.
Yeah, all those years in radio, we always had somebody that made us sound a lot more competent than we actually were.
Yeah.
And so, did how did you become a mixer?
Um. Well, when I started being a Utate in like 2018. I had to create like my own mixes, and I had to learn because commissions at the time were less known that there are now.
Mm,
So basically, I had to learn just to make sure that my covers were of better quality,
mm,
and by picking up like some skills or like some random things I could hear with other people's covers, I kind of like learned
mm-hmm.
how to be a mixer, and that's why I liked it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better to learn by ear than anything else.
Yeah,
Because sometimes textbook learning as far when it comes to something like that is fine as to how to work the board, that type of
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
But then afterwards, it's everybody's going to have their personal style as to how you tweak the sound to make it sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long did it take for you to get comfortable with that, or is it something that goes case by case?
Um, it's definitely case by case because it's really like depending on the people I'm mixing.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like I know for some people it would be harder for me to like mix. I don't know if that makes sense
Oh
or
no, it
not
makes
at
sense.
all.
It did. It does. It does make sense. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's like I think mixing is like never linear. It's really like you always need to learn things because everyone sounds different, and uh when you get with a person, like each person has their own taste with
Mm,
their own music and like how they want to sound.
mm.
So it's really like it's never the same process at the same time
Oh
each
no,
time.
no. Although I imagine you get some people saying, "I want to sound like this." Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, th- this will never be like possible in the way like each person has their own type. So as a mixer, we can do magic as well. Like if a person, for example, is very half off pitch,
Hmm.
I will never be able like to tune them correctly or like make the them sound like a specific someone.
Hmm.
But at least with the mixing part, I can try to get it close to it, at least from the original music.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Oh yeah. You can polish it up a little bit, but you can fudge it a little bit. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah. But not. But there's a difference between that and major surgery. Uh,
yeah,
if you're half an octave off, it's going to be really tough to get that in the right spot.
yeah, exactly.
So, so were you a singer first, or did you instrumentalists, or what? What did you do?
I was a singer first.
Mm,
I I was and I still am a singer. That's like my biggest activity at the moment.
mm,
And then like because I was a singer that has to create better quality covers,
mm.
I've become a mixer, but that's I started to be a singer first,
Yeah,
and then I took.
yeah, and certainly once I kind of look at folks who are able to mix like the bass players in the old garage bands of the '80s. If you were a good bass player, you could be in like 6 or 7 bands at once because they're a good one is hard to find. So if you can do that, it's a very valuable skill to have. And it was,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you found that out. I'm sure you've had people it's like, please help me, save this for me.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you have to go, okay, I'll try.
Yeah. And sometimes you're like, yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. It depends.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Now, when did you get started with singing? Has it always been a lifelong thing for you?
Yeah, kind of. I really like. I had my periods.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I really liked singing, and then I just stopped, and I started like singing again in 2000
Mm-hmm.
12,
Right,
around that time.
right.
And then I just started gradually sing more and more. But I always kept it like private because I never took like singing lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really like kind of something I learned by myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
so you never really got up on stage before then?
No,
Mm. Was it
just
because,
like casual karaoke's.
yeah. So was it a chance? Was it a situation where you didn't have the opportunity, or did it just not you just not want to get up in front of a lot of people and do it?
I think it's both.
Mm.
Both in the way that I live in a very small village, so I don't really have the opportunity to get on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time as someone who has a lot of anxiety, so it's pretty it's a pretty big thing,
That's a
and it was carrying me.
that's a nice 1-2 punch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have that. Well, I would think that would it actually be would tougher in a smaller town when everybody knows everybody
Yeah.
because you're up there and
It
then you see Mr. Smith from across the street is now standing there watching you sing. Like, I don't
yeah.
I don't necessarily want them to know about this, but um, so what brought you to content creation on the internet and then eventually VTubing?
Oh, to be honest, um, I've seen like a lot of my friends starting becoming VTubers, and I really took a long time before deciding that I wanted to become a VTuber now. That I wanted to become a VTuber, and I just like one day randomly saw a pre-made model that I really liked, and I was like, okay, this is my turn, and that's how I became a content creator. There's no backstory to it. It's fair. It was just a very silly situation.
Well, we'll make up one for you for later.
Yeah.
Like the giant meteor or something. We'll come up with some frilly backstory for you. But sometimes it is just a matter of opportunity. And
Yeah.
with this now, you get a chance to show your talents and abilities to so many more people.
True.
Mm. When you got the chance to go on, did it take a while before you were comfortable with it?
Yeah, I am, to be honest, I'm still like a beginner VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I've only like started streaming in May,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really like not regular on my stream, so I have a very small community.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I enjoyed it, and it's kind of like bringing down my anxiety a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
so it's nice.
Yeah, it's good to when you're coming from that angle and
Yeah,
being somebody that you're not really big on big crowds to have a group of people that are going to be there that you can kind of rely on.
yeah,
That's a
definitely.
I mean I wouldn't say security blanket, but it's pretty close. Um,
Yeah.
it that does help you. So when you got started and started on stream, what were some of the things that came to you while you had that microphone on that you weren't ready for yet?
I think it's mostly the lack of people interaction. Like, I think a thing that's carrying and I didn't thought about was like, yeah, I'm streaming, I'm talking, but it feels like I'm more talking to myself because I barely have viewers.
Mm,
So that was something I wasn't expecting, I was kind of, but I don't know. I wasn't expected like to this level that it would impact me that much.
Hmm.
So that's something I had to accommodate to. And yeah.
Yeah, and when you have would you rather have a larger group than you that you have now, or is this good for the moment?
I think it's good for the moment because I do have like my two viewers. I think there are two that are always here for every of my stream,
Mhm,
and that's nice because I know how they. I started to know how they interact and how they are kind of in the comments, and so it's like kind of giving me a safer space
mhm.
that I think I would lack of if it was a bigger community.
Yeah, it might be a little tougher for somebody starting off like this and pretty much starting from scratch. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, to jump in and suddenly there's 50 to 100 people there, and you're and
Yeah.
while the eyes aren't there, you certainly don't feel them anyway. uh, coming at it. Does the having an avatar kind of help that a little bit as far as you're being a little scared of going on?
Yeah, because it does feel like with an avatar, it's me, but it's not me at the same time.
Hmm.
It's like something I'm projecting that keeps me safe from like between the real world and the internet, basically.
Hmm.
And so it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, it does give you that kind of in between, doesn't it? You can navigate from one to the other, and it's still kind of, you think you're kind of still feeling your way as to your personality online, or have you got that pretty much set up at this point?
Oh no, I think for it being online for that much time, I think I got it pretty set up.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, my personality online is extremely close to my personal personality outside
Mm-hmm.
the online world. So I do not have that much problem jungling into both of those words. So that's
That's good. You
yeah.
don't have to worry about, did I remember my accent at this time, or I'm supposed to talk a little higher at this point? That sort of thing.
Yeah,
It does make it a lot
yeah.
easier to do that. So when you're on stream, what kind of streams are you usually doing?
Most of the time I'm playing video games. Like I'm playing the video games I want, or I just sing. It depends of the time.
Mm.
Sometimes it can be very random. I do not have an assigned content at the
Mm.
moment.
So when it's kind of whatever you feel at the moment when you turn on.
Uh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. It's not so much random. It's just that I'm going to come on and stream X game today, or I'm just going to have a karaoke type stream today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my directive art dir- dir- artistic direction.
Yes. So with the music, what type of music do you enjoy? First of all, singing. What do you enjoy singing the most? What type?
I think lately I'm really into pop music. I
Mm-hmm.
really like singing basically in Japanese or in Korean. I
Mm-hmm.
do also like to bring myself some challenges, and I really like to sing 2000s 2000s
Mm-hmm.
rock music
Mm.
like Evanescence,
Mm-hmm.
Followed Boys, like this universe. I really like singing it. Ooh.
I like how you pronounced Evanescence there.
Yeah, very
Event.
French of me, I know.
No, it's actually really easy on the ears when you say that. And your voice as well um is a very welcome one to folks listening to
Oh,
it.
thank you.
It's very
That's
easy,
sweet. Thank
very easy to hear. Um, so you got that going for you. You got the instrument, that's for sure. Um,
Yeah.
so as far as mixing songs go, would you rather stay with that type of music, or does it matter for you as far as mixing songs?
It doesn't. I really like For mixing, I really like getting outside of my comfort range for sure
Mm,
because it really helps me like learn more. For example, I'm a little bit- for mixing, I really like everything that has a lot of harmony, so it can be very like musical
mm,
vibe.
yeah.
I really like mixing those kinds of songs because like really it helps me play with voluming
Mm.
and like everything mixing wise. And of course, I'm just like always eager to learn more about mixing. So I really like to touch to every type of music I can.
Yeah, it's something to hear when someone's got done a really good job of mixing a not just a a two-part harmony, but a multi-part harmony, or something along those lines. And people who aren't used to that sort of thing just don't realize you just stick the microphone in front of six people and go. Usually it's
Yeah.
usually it's one track at a time. Then you have to match it up, make sure the pitches are perfect, make sure that the timing is perfect, um, make sure somebody's not singing just 1/18th of a beat slower than everybody else.
Yeah.
There's a lot of adjustments to make. And, I did a lot of mixing at the radio station back in the day, and
Oh.
we had to use reel to reel audio tapes to do this.
Oh.
And there were a lot of problems compared to now. It was like doing brain surgery with rocks instead of it really does seem prehistoric. Um, there were times if you recorded something and had to mix two reels of music together, you had to watch it because no matter what you did, those reels aren't going to go at the same speed.
Yeah.
And if you're on different parts of the reel, it's just going to be that, and you'll have to catch yourself hitting off and on to try and even it out after a while. It's and then there's um, frequency type things which I used to love to play with. Um, take the highs and lows off something, take the middles off something. Um, that was just a lot of fun. But the problem there too was being analog is that we would lose quality every time we mixed something. Um,
Mm.
one tape going to another tape, the sound is going to degrade no matter what you do. It's going to degrade somehow. With digital,
Yeah.
like you kids are doing now with the digital stuff, um, there's no degrading. There's no loss of signal. It's just copies,
Yeah.
and you go with it, and that's good. Um, the bad part is that if you lose something, you lose it.
Yeah.
Have you had
That's
that
the
happen where
problem.
suddenly you look up and whatever you were mixing is gone? Uh,
Oh,
uh,
that happened a lot for me, and that's the most frustrating thing, I think.
it is, isn't it? And,
Yeah.
with the old tapes, you can probably save it if you're lucky and find it. But with digital, once a computer says it's dead, it's dead.
It's dead. Yeah.
It is an it is an X mix at that point. Mm. And then it's usually the best one, and you'll never quite get what you have on that one.
Yeah.
The Have you gotten a situation where someone has given you something to mix and it was just so bad?
Oh, yeah. It happened not like real not too long ago. Uh, the person I had to mix, I had to. It was a commission, so it was even harder for me
Mm,
because when you do a commission, you have like the professional conscience, and then you're like, yeah, that's too bad, and you don't want to do it.
mm,
And I think that the worst part of it was that the client was not responsive at all.
mm,
And that was even more frustrating because you're like telling them, yeah, I think it's better if you just redo your track because you're not quite on as pitch as the original song, and then they're just like ghosting you
mm.
and they just answering you like once in a blue moon, and you're like, okay, you have to finish it. And I just finished it, and like I just uploaded it because I do my commissions on VGen, and
Uh-huh.
was like, okay, I uploaded it on VGen, and I was like, okay, I called it a day.
Yeah.
They like it, they like it, they don't. That's not my problem anymore. That might be unprofessional, but when the client is ghosting you, I think that's the best you can do
Oh,
to resolve the situation.
oh, absolutely. Sooner or later, you got to cut the line, and it's otherwise you. I would be getting the vibes that they're kind of setting you up.
Yeah.
If it comes out and it's still, I mean, it's bad because they're not good. And I say, well, the mixer messed it up. I was right on key, and they messed it up for me.
Yeah. I mean, in this situation, I really tried like to tell them that it would be better if they could redo their track. Like I even offered them a refund because I was getting like so to the point that I didn't want it to deliver a work that I know would be bad, but at least tune wise, I know it would be bad. So I just did my best with the mixing, and I was like, okay, they ghosted me when I offered a refund, so now they just have to have their mix delivered, and yeah.
You have to come up with a fake name to do those under, and so you still get your commission for it, but they don't put your name on it. They put somebody else's name.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the directors in old Hollywood, if they knew they had one that wasn't going to fly, they just made up a name and stuck it on
I should I should definitely do that.
just put generic on there or something like that and hand it to them. But I'm not going to tell anybody about that though because I don't want to give away your secrets.
Thank you.
So if someone was to try and commission you, what will you do for them, and what should they have ready for you?
For commissioning me, you mean?
Yeah.
Basically, what I ask for people when they commission me is to have their tracks ready,
Mhm.
because I really get to know if I can do a mix, if I get the tracks to listen to first.
Mhm.
So most of the time, I ask them to just have their instrumental ready and like their tracks in the wave format because it's better for me to mix it, and that's it. I do not have a lot of requirements. I'm
Mhm.
still kind of easy on this.
Yeah. And we had in radio we were using MP3s because it's just smaller files, and we had one person who
Yeah,
used the WAV file, which was just so much more gigantic.
yeah.
What brings you to use the WAV files, or is it just the program you're using?
No, I think I use the wave files because even if they're larger, they're like of way much more quality, like when mixing, because in the MP3 format you lose its frequencies, and so I can work with that. But if I get the tracks in a wave format, it would still be like the quality would be more polished, and it would be more easier for me to get all the frequencies of the track.
Mm.
So it's more like quality
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah, it's a wider frequency range for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, if you get a track where somebody has used a garbage generic microphone and the top and bottoms of their vocals are smeared because of it, do you automatically send it back and tell them just no?
I not really. I think uh because uh I don't know the person in front of me, like I don't know what their recording conditions are. I'll try first to like see if I can like work with
Mm.
the tracks I have. And if I really can't, I'll be like, okay, if possible, I would like you to redo your track, or like I'll try to talk about it with the people. before accepting the commission.
Yeah, and let them know you need a slightly better
Yeah.
microphone than that. Well, I've talked about microphones a lot here, and there is a difference between a using a microphone for like what I'm doing here, which is just talking normal voice, and for singing or instrumentals or stuff, because you do need the bigger frequency range, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, and also not only that, something that will um, quickly go from high to low frequencies. Sometimes some microphones will actually clip out when you do something like that, and what that means for those uninitiated is that the signal doesn't go anymore. You have no more sound when it clips out,
Yeah,
and that's so frustrating.
yeah, true.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to somebody else's mixes and hear it just clip out for a second and then just really lose it?
Not really. I think it didn't happen for me right now. Crossing my finger, it will never happen to me again. But that's frustrating.
Mm, yeah, it's just all of this, and then suddenly for just that brief little second, just a blip
Yeah,
because it clipped out. There are magic things you can do to fix that. Um, there's always the good old cut paste and cross your fingers method.
yeah,
Hope that it fills in the gap. You can't really cut it and leave it because that messes up the timing.
yeah,
You end up you have a instead of a 4/4 beat, you have a 3/4 beat in the middle of it. While that's quirky and everything, it's probably not what they want.
yeah.
So when you do get the commissions, what is the first thing? And you get the stuff and you listen. Do you listen to it first before consulting with the clients?
Yeah, because I think it's important, like, just to make sure that we are on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what they give me is something I can work with, or
Mm-hmm.
like, if I think, for example, I'm listening to the song they want me to mix, but I think like I do not have the skills to do that. I prefer just rejecting the commissions than taking their money for something I know I won't be able like to nail. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
always listen to tracks beforehand.
yeah, and it's always good to get the idea of what they want, um, because if you go at it, willy nilly, you might come up with something that was your vision, but not their vision.
Yeah.
You could come up with a 7-minute dance video remix of the song, and they just wanted plain. But mine's so much better than yours. Yeah, and I got asked this too because when you get a commission and you there's got to be some times when you see more potential in something than the client does. Do
Yeah.
do you relay that to the client or do you keep it to yourself?
No, I I am someone who really likes to communicate a lot
Mm,
with her clients because I think when doing a communication is key.
mm,
So when it happens, I always try like to send. I always send a lot of previews of what I'm doing to make sure everything's fine. And sometimes it happened. I mm, change something, like I do a part of the mix and then I just send it to the clients and then I just ask for their opinions if they like it or not. If they like it, I'm keeping it. If they don't, I just like remove it and that's it.
yeah, yeah. Well, there's the delete button is always right there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too close. Move it to the other side of the screen, please. um, yeah. It, unlike kind of I would imagine um, the old school where you're putting it on audio tape and that sort of thing. It would be a lot easier in this day and age to just say okay, no, and just scrap it and go to the next thing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's when you're talking about a master audio tape, you're talking about a lot of tape. You just don't want to throw that out after
Yeah.
you've worked on it for such a long time. Um, so, what when you are doing a song for yourself, um, when you're recording it, what do you look for in a song that you would like to sing?
Um, I'm. It depends. Most of the time, when I record it for a cover, like a real cover that I know I'm gonna post on YouTube, I really look for songs that I enjoy singing, that
Hmm.
I in my range, that I know I would be proud of at the end of the day, because it's very important for me, like to record something I know I will like listening to it,
Hmm.
even if it's my own work,
Hmm.
than like just something I don't really like. However, when, for example, I do post short covers on Twitter sometimes. When it happens, I really just like singing whatever I want to.
Hmm.
Most of the time, even if it's not in my comfortable range, or like I do not have the technique for, or it's not perfect, it's this kind of things I really don't care. Like, because I'm doing it just for fun.
Oh yeah, just for yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do Bohemian Rhapsody, but I'm not giving it to anybody.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a one of your covers here we're going to play, and it's called "Take My Hand." Um, why did you choose this one, and how was the recording process like?
Um, I choose this one because it's one of my, if not my most recent solo cover, and I really worked hard on it. I think I took like almost 4 months to finish it,
Well,
because I took a lot of time recording it. It was a very hard process because it really was challenging for me
mm,
to sing it, but I really enjoyed
yeah,
while I produced. So that's why.
yeah. So we're going to play it right now. This is "Take My Hand" here on Eric Loy Interviews.
절망 그 속에서 빛나요 집 밟혀 지르면 지혈했던 You and I 깨어나 새로운 바람에 흩어지는 저 멀리 성글과 Cause I stand 나는 거짓 속 우려 퍼져 이 노래가 Take my hand 주저앉아 보이지마 끄덕끄덕 더 지나가 잃어버리지 않을 되찾아내 우리 Take my hand 지더라도 포기하지마 두려움을 씹어먹어 난 스스로를 열어 약해 빠진 곳 부끄럽지 않아 쉽게 변하는 사랑 희망 이 믿음도 Cause I believe 까만 밤에도 우려 퍼져 이 노래가 Take my hand 주저앉아 보이지마 끄덕끄덕 더 지나가 잃어버리지 않을 되찾아내 우리 끝이 없이 기적을 주문해내 세상 그게 지구 부수죠 My Lord 서그동 가족에 매달려내 I hate you every day every night Don't ever say you love me 소름 끼쳐 the truth When you call my name it makes me stronger 세상 끝에 삼아줘 Take my hand 주저앉아 울고 있지마 그 방긋동도 지나가 잃어버린 시간을 되찾아내 우리 Take my hand 지더라도 포기하지마 두려움 없이 떠나거나 스시들을 열어 우리
And there you heard Saelia's "Take My Hand," and excellent work, excellent work. And you said this took about 5 months to put together.
Yeah.
Oh, and is that because you're going to be absolutely perfect with your own stuff? You're gonna look at it with a finer microscope than others, or do you do that with every song?
No, it was very specific to this song because it's a song that I really liked. Listening to like the original is so perfect that I really wanted to like try my best for this. Most of the time, my recording process is very shorter than this. It's more shorter.
So usually, is it shorter than a client's, or is it about the same length?
It depends. Most of the times it's shorter because when I'm mixing, I know my voice. I know my voice and I know how my mic sounds. So since I got used to it, I really like take less time to do the process. For example, for a client, I can take most of the time for a solo mix. I can take like up to 2 weeks to mix it, to make sure it's perfect. Then sometimes for me, it can take that less than a week.
So have you ever had somebody bring in a finished product and ask you to remix it?
No, it never happened yet.
Not yet.
That's not yet.
Would that be a challenge you'd be up for?
Why not? That could be a good idea. I mean, I'm always up to a challenge.
Yeah, I see people posting all sorts of mixes of popular music now on their own, as themselves, like the X song by Y, DJ Z version,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But I would imagine you're pretty busy enough and aren't going to be looking for side projects like that.
Yeah, true.
So at any one time, how busy are you with these projects? Have you got 2 or 3 going at the same time?
Yeah, not too long that last week, I had like 3 projects I had to juggle with very short DLs, and I have like my personal life on the side, so it was very hard to juggle with those, but I managed.
That's a thing we haven't even really talked about. Oh, by the way, you also have a life outside this.
Yeah, I do.
So, how big a part now with not just VTubing, but the mixing and the music, how big a part of your life is that at the moment?
I would say it's like probably 40 to 50% of my life right now. It can be bigger. Most of the time it's like 70%. But like these days I really reduced the frequencies of my VTubing / singing career in the meantime because I have to juggle with other things.
Yeah, stupid other things.
Yeah.
Always getting in the way of fun.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, it really sounds like with this, although you're never gonna, disparage the work involved and the ear and the talent involved. But it sounds like it's so much fun for you.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I
Yeah,
really like it.
yeah. When you do something for a client or for yourself, and you get it to a point where you're satisfied with it, and you hear the final mix, or is it really the final mix for you, or are you still mixing it in your head?
Uh, I'm still mixing it in my head because even when I get the approval of a client, for example, when I'm talking about my work commissions, when I have the approval of a client, I'm never truly satisfied. Even if I am, I still like, I'm still thinking of all the things I can change or I could have changed and stuff. So it's really like, I'm never really satisfied.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
Artists are never really done with what they do.
Yeah.
They have to twist their own arm to let it go in some cases. When you're listening to other people's music or just a random song, a pop song, let's say, are you drawn to the mix of the song, and do you go through your head like I would have done that differently?
Sometimes it really depends. It's not much happening with other people's cover inside
Mhm,
the community because I'm no one to judge my peers covers.
mhm.
However, sometimes when I'm listening to music, it happens. I'm like, oh yeah, this effect would have been nice, or like I could have put more the harmonies or things like that.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
it's really like when it's like on my own personal taste for the music I'm listening to.
I, 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 I mean, I'd be questioning it every time. Like, what would I do with this? Do you think
Yeah.
does having this background enhance your love of music, or has it actually made it a little tougher to enjoy music?
No, it definitely enhances it because with my background, when I'm listening to music, I'm more like, oh yeah, I'm hearing the effects that were
Mhm.
applied on the music. So I think it makes me 10 times more fun to listen to music.
Oh, that's cool. Because I would imagine somebody would start immediately tearing down a piece before they enjoyed it, um, like a movie director seeing somebody else's movie and like, oh, I would have done it this way. But I'm glad you haven't lost the original intent of the music, which is to enjoy it. Um,
Yeah.
and it hasn't become um, so much of a quote unquote job for you that you haven't lost sight of that. Do you ever fear that though, where you kind of get a little jaded?
Mm, not that I think of. I think it never happened for
Mm,
now.
yeah, yeah, that's good. Don't be jaded. It's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
I can tell you from old age, it's not a good thing to have happen. Um,
Yeah.
so what is next for you musical wise? Have you got? Are you going to put together some originals?
Yeah, I commissioned someone to create an original song for me, so it's on the productions process,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it will be out in like a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And then my goal is to be able to upload my cover slash original songs in the future on Spotify or whatever streaming platform. I think that would be great, and that would be like kind kind of a life goal for me.
Yeah. So coming from a smaller town, like you said, you've been
Yeah.
able to learn how to record. You've recorded your own covers. You've helped other people
Yeah.
record their covers. Um, and people are now able to listen to it around the world.
Yeah.
So I can hear I hear the grin already on your face. uh, but how awesome is that for you?
I think it's very awesome. It's like I what I couldn't have like imagined it before.
Mm.
Like the way basically I know like and I'm very thankful to that because my channel has very like made a boom of like people knowing me, people listening to my covers, and I think like that's something I'm really grateful for, and I couldn't be happier to be honest.
It just bubbles over, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's wonderful. I'm glad that you've got this opportunity. And
thank
these are opportunities that 20, 30 years ago that folks who were um, in your circumstances growing up wouldn't have gotten a chance to do. Uh, we
yeah,
we wouldn't be lucky enough to have the ability uh, to hear your voice and hear your work. Uh, you probably wouldn't have been able to have gotten the commissions from other people as well. Uh, and
true.
and you get to kind of you get to chase your dream without having to go to the United States and Los Angeles to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
So the world came to you, basically.
Yeah, that's kind of like it.
You kids have everything handed to you these days. Oh, well, the thing is, you can have everything handed to you all you want, but if you grab it by the horns and do something with it, that means something. And you've been able to do that to the point where other people are trusting you with their work. Um,
Yeah,
that's something that I can just tell from what we've talked about. That means a lot to you.
yeah, it does. Like really,
Yeah,
that makes me happy.
yeah, and you are going to do your absolute best for them, no matter how
True.
no matter how horrific they sound. I will not. I will spare you me doing a cover and sending it to you because I don't want to break your stuff. I'm actually not allowed to sing under certain laws.
Really?
Oh, it's bad. I haven't. I
Oh,
and after my voice changed, I didn't hit a note again,
oh,
and it's been a long time. If I stub my toe, I might hit a note
oh,
once and then pass out from the pain. But other than that, um,
oh.
Saelia, I would thank you so much for coming on. You're just a breeze and a pleasure to talk to, and I'm glad you're doing so well with this. Um,
Thank you so much.
it seems that you've got a really bright future ahead of you with it, and hopefully we can get some more people to get involved with your music and get even more commissions. We're gonna load you up, but I think you just be bringing it on, bring it on, bring it on. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll have the links in the description for the video, and please keep in touch. And let us know when you've got some more of those wonderful covers coming out. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.